Hello guys, my name is Rock Engineer and this is my first ever YouTube video about Rise of Kingdoms. Today I'm gonna show you and share with you some ideas about early game in Rise of Kingdoms. Okay, the first idea or the tip is to do Path of Vengeance as much as you can. There's also obviously no downside about doing Path of Vengeance. You just have to grind it as a beginner. It gives you passive XP books to upgrade your commanders, level up your commanders. It also gives you commander sculptures, uh, and it gives you passive resources and books which you can get after some hours. Later on, it also gives you keys, like silver keys and gold keys, after level 200, I believe. So if you keep grinding and get to level 200, you obviously can get a lot of keys and to open up more tavern chests. Uh, so you should push Path of Vengeance as hard as you can and level up as hard as you can because there's obviously no downside, and it helps you upgrade your commanders, and it gives you also keys to get more sculptures for your commanders and so on. Like right here, as you see, after completing stage 7, I get some books, XP books to upgrade commanders. I also get sculptures for Lancelot, and there's also stars to upgrade your green commanders. And Lancelot is actually very good at doing Path of Vengeance early on. Uh, because you can get his sculptures very easily, and you can upgrade him way better than normal epic commanders or even legendary commanders, because those commander sculptures are very hard to find. But Lancelot is very easier to find sculptures, so I would suggest you guys to upgrade him as much as you can early on in the game. And the reason I'm telling you to upgrade Lancelot a lot is because he's early on very good at doing Path of Vengeance. Like as you see here at stage 318, my Lancelot is out damaging every other of my commanders, including Double C, which is a legendary commander, and he's very well upgraded for the early stage of the game. He's 5111, I believe. And Lancelot is out damaging him, so I would very much suggest you guys upgrading Lancelot a lot. It's a very good commander early game in and for doing Path of Vengeance. And the rewards actually eventually get much better in Path of Vengeance. As you see here, you start getting gold keys and gems. So please start grinding Path of Vengeance and do not stop. Grind as hard as you can, as go as far as you can. I actually do not know how many levels is in Path of Vengeance, but there seems to be unlimited. Another tip is as your first civilization and your starting civilization, you should always and always select China. China is a great starting civilization, and it is almost always better than any other civilization. The reason for that is China actually has a 5% building time reduction, which hugely impacts the amount of speed ups you have to use to upgrade your buildings faster. And it also has 5% action point recovery, which is very good for doing much more barbs, which gives you much more rewards and more resources and speed ups to build and upgrade your building and and make your progress much faster. Also, the other reason that China is very good is because their starting commander and epic commander is Sun Tzu. Sun Tzu is, in my opinion, the best epic commander you can have. It's the reason for that it is his first active ability, which is an area effect ability, and it damages up to 3 targets in a fan shape area. Also, the other skills are also very good. You can use him as your garrison commander, and it has points to make your infantry units tankier. And also, the last skill adds damage to your magic abilities, and which is very good. In terms of his talents, you should always and always push as hard as you can to get Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is very good for getting the maximum amount of rage to make your magic abilities go as fast as possible and happen as fast as possible. Also, Sun Tzu is very good at doing a Path of Vengeance, and as you can see, I have a footage that I'm showing here. It is doing the most damage, and it is as good as Lancelot almost in doing Path of Vengeance. I don't believe you can get any better commander for doing Path of Vengeance earlier on than Sun Tzu. So your starting civilization should always and always be China. I don't think there is any better civilization to choose in the beginning. The next step is make sure you're never sitting at full action points and you're spending your action points to do barbs. Specifically early on in the second day, Lohar events pops up, and Lohar is actually a very good early event where you can spend your action points to kill barbarians, and it gives you these things called Lohar necklaces, and you can use them to get Lohar sculptures and also spawn Lohar juniors to rally. My advice to you is to not do rallies during Lohar events. During Lohar events, your main focus should be just to do barbs and get as much as barbarian kills as you can. Actually, Lohar necklaces give you a lot of resources and speed ups, which are very good to be used, and it helps you make your progress much faster. As you see here, I'm always chaining barbarians. I make sure I do not go return to base, because every time you chain a barbarian, you get -2 action point usage, which is gonna help you in the long run. And my next tip is about using peacekeeping commanders. Right now, my main peacekeeping commander is Double C. The reason Double C is good for barbing is because of his second skill, which does bonus damage to barbarians. Also, in his talents, there is peacekeeping talents, and the most important peacekeeping talent is the insight, which reduces the action points you use to kill barbarians. There are also other talents to deal more damage and get more XP while doing barbarians. So Double C, I think, is the optimal uh, commander to do barbarians. And yeah, just make sure you're always killing barbarians, specifically when the Lohar event pops up. I believe Lohar event in early game is the best mm, event to spend your action points. So if you have items that gives action points, you can actually use them during this event because it gives you speed ups and a bunch of resources. So it's actually very good to do Lohar events early on. Here as an example, I will open 100 bone necklaces for Lohar events, and I'm sorry, 100, yeah. So yeah, as you see here, there are a bunch of resource items and gems, speed ups, which is very good. So make sure you guys do Lohar events, and yeah. And the another tip for you guys is to open your chest as soon as possible during early game, because opening chests in early game gives you more commander sculptures, and more commander sculptures allows you to upgrade your commanders faster. And when you have better commanders and more upgraded commanders, you can do Path of Vengeance more easily. And doing Path of Vengeance gives you more gold keys and silver keys to open up more chests and get more commander sculptures, and it upgrades your commanders faster. And there's a chain here, as you see. You open up chests, you get more commander sculptures. You upgrade your commanders more. When your commanders are upgraded, you can do Path of Vengeance more easily, and doing Path of Vengeance gets you more keys. So you should heavily focus on this chain and get as much as upgrade in your commanders as possible. And lastly, as my last tip, is if you are a low spender or you are willing to spend money on this game, make sure you're getting Minamoto as fast as you can, because Minamoto has this second ability which reduces building time reduction. So my advice to you is to get Minamoto as fast as you can, because reducing even 30 minutes on your building upgrades gives you a lot of advantage in early game, because most of the buildings do not even take 30 minutes in early game, so you can instantly upgrade them. Um, Also, yeah, you should be getting into level 10 as fast as possible to unlock the second ability. And in the early game, there's actually this thing called Commander Reset. So if you're unlucky with getting points on the second skill, every day you have this chance to reset Minamoto again, and maybe you get lucky in the second time and get more points in the second skills to uh, reduce building time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So make sure you guys follow, like, and subscribe for my videos. This is actually my first ever video I'm uploading on YouTube. I know the quality of my recording is not very good. Also, my video editing abilities are uh, as worse as it gets. So forgive me for the bad quality of the video and my narrative on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and these tips actually help you during early game.